That's right, the Christmas season is just about to begin, so let's get started early. And who am I? I'm Indiana Jones, and this is my channel Crafting with me, Indiana Jones. I hope I inspire you to get started with your own Christmas projects, and especially with this newest product that I had the opportunity to review. My sweet little kitten Kudu is here to help me with this product review. She is always as curious as I am with any new items and tools that I can add to my craft supply. And this is the Hiipoo cordless minigun. I love this little thing. It's just the cutest product. So here is the packaging so you can see what came with the actual glue gun. Now, I'm used to always having a big bulky glue gun, and this was such a change because not only is it nice and petite, it uses the smaller brand of glue sticks, but it's so compact. There's a little carry case. Isn't that adorable? It's just the cutest thing. It has a carry case. It came with its own glue sticks, of which I'm going to have fun with some of those glittery glue sticks. I've never used those before, so it was fun to experiment with that. And of course, we have our little pad so that the glue doesn't get onto our table. Some little finger protectors, the USB cord because it connects to USB cord, and of course a magnetic base. I mean, this is brilliant because I can remove it from its base and have more flexibility on how to use my glue gun, but then I have the base just to place my glue gun right there so it's ready to use on my next project. The instructions are really simple, and I wanted to share this with you early in the season because this is such a wonderful gift for a first-time crafter or for a teenage crafter or anyone who loves to craft. This is perfect. It is a perfectly wonderful portable glue gun that you can have with you anywhere. And I mean, think about it. This can connect to your USB port in your car, so you could be charging it in your car. Yes, would you craft in a car? I would. If I'm not driving, I'm going to be crafting. Let me tell you, there is no time to be wasted when you are crafting for Christmas. So this was perfect. Now, you know how much I love to use hot glue and my molds. So here I am testing out these wonderful glitter glue sticks in my molds, and I have this beautiful crown mold I've always wanted to use, and I've used it in the past, but I've always had to paint the glue afterwards. This is such a time saver because the glue already has glitter in it. It's brilliant, and usually they don't have the bigger sticks in all of these glittery effects. So I was very happy to know that this is a mini stick glue gun, and I can get the mini sticks in all the different in white, and they have glitter. They have so many different colors, especially in the mini sticks. So much easier to find. So here I am just playing with all these wonderful glitter sticks. It's always fun when you get to unmold your little mold, and I was so impressed when I was able to pull out my little crown and know that I can use this on Christmas balls or to create my own little gold beautiful, look at this beautiful little crown. And again, I don't have to stop and paint it now. It's already done for me. So I can add ribbons to this, or I can add this to any kind of ornament that I'd like to. Here I am just filling in a few of the little gaps that I saw. And now here's Kudu again. She's here. She's supervising me with this new product, trying to figure out if it's good for me. But here I am using it with my wonderful molds, and I thought it would be cool to mix together several colors. So I'm using the gold and I'm using the blue to create this cameo effect. And again, it was just so easy to do. Here I'm just pushing down the glue into the areas, heating it up to make sure that all the gaps are filled, and you'll see how cute this looks. And it really does come out as a nice cameo. But this one, of course, I used the clear glue as well as the glitter glue sticks. My little Kudu once again had to come and make a final inspection before I showed you the final results, and I love the way they came out. So this is another alternative of how you can use hot glue for Christmas ornaments, and here I'm just trying out different ways of how I'm going to use them. I didn't use them in today's video, but I am going to use them in a future vintage video, And I guess it's time to say to Kuru, it's time to go away, little Kuru, so I can continue with my crafting. She'll come back though. She really enjoys when I'm crafting in my craft room. I was thrilled when my friend CJ asked me to join this wonderful collaboration with all of these very creative and crafty friends. This is celebrating Christmas around the world, and I chose to do these giant sweet treats for your Christmas tree. So if this harkens back to the Nutcracker and the Sugar Plum Fairy, well, I hope that this is inspiring to you. Thank you again to CJ and to all of these lovely friends for adding me to this collaboration. Let's continue. For my next projects, I'm actually taking part in a challenge that was presented by Natalee of Design to the Nines. She is making ornaments, or she is asking for everyone to make ornaments for the Ronald McDonald House in Orlando. So here I'm going to take advantage of using my Hiipoo Glugun. And if you can see it there on the corner, you can see that it's red lighted. In other words, this is the moment that the glue gun is heating up the glue. But once it's ready to use, look at that beautiful bright green light. I've never had a glue gun that really notifies me as to when the glue gun is really ready to use. And again, this is a low temp glue gun, so it's not so harsh on styrofoam. I didn't have any problems with this glue on the styrofoam. It actually glued to the styrofoam without melting it too much. So it was actually absolutely perfect for these projects. And I forgot to mention, not only did it have all those wonderful accessories, it had these wonderful finger guards, I guess they're called. And they were perfect for this project. Although I should have used it on my left hand as well. But I didn't get that many glue burns. You know, I'm usually burning my fingers when I'm using my hot glue gun. But because, again, this is a low temp glue gun, I don't know, it was very different. It was such a nice experience to work with this glue gun. I really, really enjoyed it. And I love the fact that I'm going to be able to make more stuff and take it with me. Yes, believe it or not, I'm going to be traveling during Thanksgiving, and I think it'll be fun to actually have some time to craft on my break, during my break, especially for Christmas, and especially going to a different area where I can possibly find some nice thrift flips while I'm up in North Florida. So here all I'm doing is using these, I guess these are, I don't know what to call them actually. There are these mesh ropes that you can find at the Dollar Tree, and I found them in this pink and blue color, and I just thought it was perfect for a very whimsical looking candy. I'm going to just make it into a giant lollipop. Once again, I'm using one of those styrofoam discs that you can get at the Dollar Tree, of which you can get 2 in a pack. I used my normal technique here where I try to, melt a little bit of the glue so I can attach it to the glue stick that's already in the glue gun. But I still had a lot of glue. It's very efficient with the use of the glue. I didn't use gobs and gobs of glue. Just a little bit of glue does the trick. And it, again, didn't melt the mesh, and it didn't melt the styrofoam. I was very, very impressed. So all I'm doing is winding around this mesh rope so that I can create my little lollipop. And I just love the colors. Again, this is going to be a very whimsical children's themed Christmas tree. And I'm hoping that she likes, and that everybody likes, the creations that I made for her for the tree. And I encourage, if you can, create something for others that are in need this holiday season. You'll be so happy you did. Last but not least, I'm adding a dowel, or one of those giant skewers that you can also get at the Dollar Tree. That's your best bet. And there you have it, a giant lollipop. And also, I'm going to just cover it in cellophane and use this wonderful light blue and white striped ribbon, as well as this hot pink and white striped ribbon. I thought that was the perfect touch to bring in the blue and pink from the lollipop itself. And I think this is just darling. I am really inspired in creating my own little sweet treats Christmas tree. Maybe not a giant tree, but a smaller one, because this is just adorable. I'm going to have to change my channel from Crafting with Indiana Jones to Crafting with Indiana Jones and her cats, because Guru, she just wants to be a part of the show. Here she is again, just checking things out, making sure, she's quality control. I don't know, she just wants to hang there while I craft. And doesn't make things easier, but it does make things a whole lot of fun. There's nothing like cuddling up with a cute little kitten while you're crafting with kittens. But for this crafting, I worry because I am using some glitter and some of this, I don't know, it's called like, it's like a tubular glitter or confetti. So I tried to work around her as best as possible. And as you can see, it was not easy. But I had to redirect her to a toy on my craft room floor so that I could really get into finishing my crafts. And so all I'm doing here is using this confetti and a little bit of Mod Podge and just, splooshing it onto that candy. And this is going to be a wrapped candy. It's not going to be a lollipop. But again, I could have done this to the lollipop as well. Next, I wanted to create an ice cream cone because I had these wonderful cones that I got from Dollar Tree, and of course a styrofoam ball also from Dollar Tree. And I had a non-slip mat that you usually use under your rugs. I've bought a lot of those Dollar Tree rugs, and all I do is add these slip-proof mat underneath so they do not slip and slide when you walk on them. But I thought, what a wonderful way to add the waffle kind of look to my ice cream cone. So I'm slicing up a little bit of the sphere just so that it would sit properly on my ice cream cone. I thought it would make it easier. And then next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap that styrofoam ice cream cone, the styrofoam cone, I should say, with the mat so that it's easy to paint. Now, note to self, I think it would have been better if I had painted the cone first, then repainted it once again with the slip-free mat on top of it. I just thought it was harder to get to the nooks and crannies while the mat was already on the cone. I apologize, I was off camera while I was gluing with my new little Hiipoo Glugun. And again, because it was low heat, it was perfect. It didn't melt either the styrofoam nor that non-stick or non-slip mat. It was absolutely what I needed. And I just noticed that my new glue gun matches my mouse because it is my favorite color. Here's Kudu again. I don't know what to do. She just likes to be with me. So we're painting. I'm just trying to make sure she keeps herself away from the paint, doesn't try to lick the ice cream cone, while Luna is, hovering underneath my desk as well. Yes, crafting with cats, people. It's going to be a thing. I think it's going to be something new that I have to incorporate into my crafting. So here I am, as I mentioned before, painting together with the cone, the styrofoam cone, and the mat. Again, I think it would have been better if I had painted the cone first, then the mat on top as a second coat. Now I'm going to use my wonderful, famous foam clay. I wish I'd come up with this stuff myself, but it is just so fun to work with this clay, and I thought it would be perfect to mimic the look of ice cream on top of my styrofoam ball. Now you can go ahead and paint your styrofoam ball if you wish. I just like the smooth nature of that clay on top to make the ice cream cone complete. And once again, struggling to craft with cats. That's right. Do you craft with your cats or dogs or any other creature that might join you while you're trying to create your projects? Luna was trying to get up on my knee as well as I'm doing this. It's so funny. I love them both. They're so adorable. So once I mold this over, the clay over the styrofoam ball, all I have to do is paint. And I picked this wonderful whimsical pink color because I thought that would be perfect for a, kind of strawberry-like ice cream. And then, of course, we're going to add a little bit of that glitter to make it look like sprinkles. I don't know if it made sense, but I liked it. So while the paint was still wet, I just added the sprinkles. And they seem to stay on pretty well. So I just sprayed on top of it with a little bit of like a clear finish so that those glitter pieces don't fall off. Now literally all I have to do now is use some toothpicks and connect the two. And I also used a little bit of the Hiipoo glue in between the ice cream and the cone. And yes, I realized after I did this that the ice cream wasn't completely dry, but it's okay. I just touched it up and added a little more glitter. For this next DIY, this was super easy because I'm using one of those MDF cutouts that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and this was a snowflake cutout, and I thought it already had a gingerbread kind of color look to it, so I didn't even feel like I had to paint it. And yes, I'm watching somebody else crafting on the side because I love to support my fellow friend channels and do what I can to help them out, and watching them is the best way to help any of your friends. If you have any friends on YouTube, or if you have any crafters that you really enjoy, please, watching their videos like you're watching mine and commenting and liking makes a big difference in our channel's growth. So please, whenever you get a chance to do that for my channel or any other channels that you enjoy, that's the best way to show your support. Now, back to this. What I'm using is that Dollar Tree grout. And look at it, isn't this perfect? It is perfect as icing. What else could you possibly use that's better than this wonderful white icing? But we're not just going to leave it there, even though just as it is, it looks so much like a big gingerbread cookie and with that icing. But I wanted a little more color or panache, especially since this is going to be on a child's Christmas tree. I wanted to add some more color, so I got these cute little styrofoam balls. Now, this and the little tubular glitter or confetti that I found, the two of them, my goodness, if I thought I had a problem with moss and glitter, these two take the cake because they just go everywhere. These especially, they have static cling, they have a mind of their own, they don't just drop, they don't have any weight to them, so they don't just drop. So I have to like press them in, and I was getting a little frustrated, and after a while I was like, oh darn it, I'll just like press it in while it's on that styrofoam riser that I created. And that worked fabulously. So if you're going to do this, I would suggest that you just pour out those little styrofoam balls out onto a table or a tray and smush whatever project you have into it. So it's so much easier to apply that confetti, or I'm sorry, these sprinkles or glitter, whatever you want to call it, onto your faux gingerbread shapes. So I had so much fun creating these projects, and I'm so proud of being able to share these with Natalee and Shayna, and they can have it for the Ronald McDonald tree up in Orlando. Thank you once again to Hiipoo for providing their wonderful mini cordless glue gun. It really made all this work so much fun. Please check them out in the link below. Please remember to check out the playlist for Christmas Around the World. Thank you again to CJ for including me in this wonderful collaboration. I am so excited, and I can't wait to see what everyone else has come up with to get my inspiration going for Christmas this year. So remember, check out the link below. Thank you once again for stopping by my channel. I truly appreciate you and hope you come back for more. So please make sure to like and subscribe so that you can see what are my next adventures coming up heading towards Christmas. As I always say, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure.